Hey guys, and down here, this is gonna be my chapter review to One Piece 947, Queen's Gamble. Now, this was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. Um, a little bit late. Apologies for that. A little bit, but yeah, let's get straight into the review, and I'll try and make it quick. I already recorded it once, and then the audio was a bit messed up, so now I gotta do it again. But it's all good. This time it should be faster, shorter. So, what do we see? First thing we see is Luffy comparing his technique, this new technique that he used to remove the collars from himself and Hyogoro. He compares this to the technique that Rayleigh used on Kami when she was about to be bought out by Tenryu Bito. Um, so that there was that. Luffy recognizes that, but he's like he understands what Hyogoro is saying here. He's like, I understand that I need to redo essentially the move so that I can remember it. I just did it out of desperation. I need to study it. Just like he did when he first learned Conqueror's Haki, he was able to use it kind of in desperation, but not able. He wasn't able to use it at will. So Big Mom then prepares to absolutely demolish the two Luffy's getting ready to tank the attack. And I was like, please don't let Luffy tank the attack. Let him just get wrecked. And Oda did not disappoint here. Luffy's there kind of reciting to himself this mantra of direct it into my fists, direct your haki into your fists, and all that good shit. But then he gets absolutely slapped by Big Mom straight into the wall opposite Big Mom, and Hyogoro gets sent flying with him, and I loved it. I was like, thank God. I mean, like if Oda had made it so that Luffy was just able to like blow away Big Mom's attack, I would have been really salty because that's too quick a progression. We have to remember Big Mom is a Yonko, and she can't just be used to show Luffy learning a new technique. That's bullshit. So everyone's shocked. I don't see why. Even Chopper's shocked. I think they were expecting something special from Luffy. But the reality is, like I said, he's against Yonko. The only thing I didn't like here and about the chapter, Luffy and Hyogoro just got pummeled into a wall by Big Mom, yet both of them are more or less perfectly fine afterwards. Hyogoro's taken a little bit of damage, and so is Luffy, but there's nothing life-threatening. And I'm just like, you got punched by Big Mom. Like Luffy, understandable. I'm not sure if she punched with haki, but Luffy, fine. He's a rubber man. Hyogoro probably should have died here, but then that would have been like a really, really um, sour note for Luffy to fail on, and it would have been awkward. So Luffy's there pulling Hyogoro out the wall. Hyogoro's just there like, you know what? I can't, I can teach you. I like, what is it? The thing I can teach you is that yes, he's explaining the haki here. He calls it Ryuo for some reason. So I assume that's what um the people within Wano call haki, the samurai. So he describes this new form of haki, which is the initial form of Busoshoku of the color of arms is just it's essentially just a coating around your arm that is like an invisible armor. But then the second piece is this level above is you kind of inflate this haki around your fist and you let it emanate into whatever you're attacking, and it destroys your enemy or whatever you're hitting from the inside out. So I assume there must be some sort of modern weaponry that does this same thing, where shockwaves are sent beneath the surface to break down what's beneath rather than superficially. So this is a pretty cool technique, but I don't understand how this aided Luffy in taking off the collars, because that's more of a speed feat than we needed to destroy the collars feat. I mean, like Luffy should have been able to destroy the collars with his normal haki, right? Clad yourself in haki and just crush it with your grip. But apparently no, that's not how things work. So I don't know. For me, the cool thing about Luffy getting rid of the collars was the speed feat and then the pushing it away, not so much the fact that he broke the collars, but it seems like we should be surprised by the fact that he broke the collars. Anywho, um, Hyogoro fakes his death. The Big Mom attacks, and suddenly Hyogoro's alive again, running away. And then we get part of the chapter that I really enjoyed, which was the fact that Luffy runs from Big Mom. He doesn't stand his ground and try and attack her. He runs, and I was like, "Thank you!" Like Big Mom is a Yonko. Once again, remember that she needs to be something that, or someone that Luffy has at least a slight bit of fear for. I understand he's going to be the next Pirate King, cool, but he also needs to realize when and when he cannot win a fight. Um, so we then look around Udon prisoners. The Udon prisoners, we see this one in the ironworks. There's this one dude there holding like a staff, which I assume is an item he's been using to help amongst the ironworks. And he's there with this demonic smile, a bit of grass or wheat in his mouth or whatever it is. and he hears the guards talking about how the fact that there's a loss of communication within the prison, something which entertains him, and he's like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. And the fact that he has a long ponytail resting right from the back of his head down to his hamstrings looks to me like this guy is Denjiro. He's the other of the, so there were like three main guys I think that Kinemon said were worth 100. That was Ashura Doji. So that's the fat kind of samurai we've seen so far. Who else was there? There was the Kappa, I think. He's in the prison as well. His name is Kawamatsu, and then there was Denjiro. Denjiro, was that his name? Yeah, Denjiro, I think. Uh, so was it Ashura Doji? Yeah, so Denjiro. He's the guy with the ponytail. Now Zonin, my boy, who has a discussion on this chapter and on One Piece chapters for the last few, I think. Go check that out. Awesome discussions involving Zonin, the main guy, and Grim and myself as well. But he doesn't believe that this is Denjiro. I think it's got to be Denjiro. Look at his ponytail, man. He has grounds for why Kyoshiro is actually Denjiro, but I think Kyoshiro just has like an allegiance to Hiyori or Komurasaki um, once he discovered who she was or something like that, or maybe as the successor to to being boss of the Yakuza. So I think he's more honorable than he lets on, even though he is the boss of the Yakuza. And I think this guy here, the guy with the demonic smile, is Denjiro. We then get Luffy running through the prison, Big Mom chasing after him like a wild boar is the description. And she's just going around in a circle, essentially chasing after Luffy, um, breaking through all the walls and all the doors and all that good shit. Eventually, circling in on herself, and this is where Queen comes back. So Queen gets back up. He's like, "We're not gonna let that old hag have a way. I've got a plan. Listen closely." So he understands that Big Mom's gonna come back around, and he prepares himself. He stands atop this platform where he's looking down on Big Mom. He's really high up, and he sees them come back, and he's like, "I my time to shine." He jumps off this platform and falling with like all the weight focused on his head. So he's falling head first. He lands on top of Big Mom, on top of her head, rattling her brains again. And all he does really here, the attack looks okay. I wanted a more creative attack. I want there to be more flesh around Queen. This was a really bizarre, really uncreative attack. I mean, like, come on, assume your hybrid form or something. Like, this was a really, really just disappointing attack for me, I think. Anyway, this rattles Big Mom's brains. She suddenly gains all of her memories back, and she gives Queen this dirty look. She's like, "Oh, you're that Kaido Lucky I've seen before. What was your name, Queen?" He shits himself. He's like, "Bruh, if that attack isn't gonna do anything, we're done. She's just gonna kill us." Her whole vibe's changed. He goes full Eneru face. Everybody else in the prison is just like, "Yo, shit, we're dead." And then Big Mom collapses and she's asleep. Now, people took this to mean like, oh, she was concussed, she collapsed because of Queen's attack. Nah, what happened was she's fatigued, she's been drowned in the last like 24 hours. She hasn't eaten. She's meant to be quite hungry, which is why she's been going after the Yoshiroko and stuff like that. So she's just tired and fatigued rather than the attack concussed her, and she's gonna get like what's it called, chronic CTE, is it? I don't know what it's called. But Queen proceeds to tell his men, he's like, bring 100% sea stone handcuffs, something which is actually addressed in Zonin's discussion. If there are 100% sea stone handcuffs, does that mean there are 80% or 75% sea stone handcuffs? But he's like, wrap her up big time, get 100, like, get 100 doses of beast tranquilizer. We're about to like get our ship ready, get her on that ship. We're transporting this big ass chick to Onigashima. This is a super high alert priority. So he leaves the prison in charge, in Babanuki's charge. He's like, we're out of here. We're taking Big Mom to Onigashima. My kind of head canon here, this is gonna be awesome. When she goes to Onigashima, shit's gonna go down because there's gonna be two things that are gonna happen, I think. If she goes to Onigashima, she's in front of Kaido, presented to Kaido, and he doesn't kill her then and there, like just stab a fork into her neck or something, then that has to mean that their fates are intertwined. Kaido cannot kill Big Mom without also harming himself for some strange reason. Even when she's restrained, that's the big part. If she's restrained and he doesn't kill her, his life must be in danger if he tries to kill her. Like she bestowed him with life or some shit like that. Not quite that, but there has to be something similar to that. The other thing is, I'm hoping Big Mom gets these hunger pangs on the way, to Onigashima, and she starts to lose weight as she approaches Onigashima, so that when she's presented to Kaido, she sheds all of that weight, which we've seen her do before. Oda has set up perfectly, and the chains slide off of her. She's there in her big mom, big bitch form, and she's ready to basically kick some ass. So I'm hoping the chains will slide off her. It's Kaido versus Big Mom. That would be epic. What I'm also hoping for, or I'm hoping Oda doesn't do, is Big Mom and Kaido take each other out. Luffy goes in, plants his flag, and it's like, yeah, you're under my power, you're under my protection now. That would be shit. So I really don't want that. Anyhow, Luffy's in the prison. He realizes Queen and Big Mom, the two balloons, have left town. So he's like, I'm free. They've gone. I'll be taking control of Udon now. Your asses are mine. So that's how the chapter ends. I enjoyed it. It was a really good chapter. There was nothing apart from Big Mom being used as a device to kind of free everyone. Other than that, I didn't really have too much of an issue. And Hyogoro tanking Big Mom's punch. But yeah, mostly I enjoyed the chapter. So let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought of this review. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. So I'll see you guys in a bit.